Have you ever asked yourself why some people seem to glow with energy while others of the same age appear defeated, tired, and old before their time? The difference is not only in their bodies, it's in how they care for themselves and what they choose to believe about their own potential. Think about this. When you were 20, you didn't wake up each morning wondering if you were too old to start something new. You didn't hesitate to run, to dream, to create, to love. You trusted your body and you trusted your mind. Somewhere along the way, life's weight made you forget that you still carry that same energy inside you. Age doesn't take it away, neglect does. People often look for a magic oil, a miracle cure, a single product that promises youth. But the real oil is not something in a bottle. It's the ritual of taking time for yourself, fueling your body with better habits, and protecting your mind from toxic thoughts. Your body is like a pen. If you stop using it, if you leave it uncared for, it dries out. But if you oil it, polish it, and write with it daily, it will keep flowing even when decades have passed. Authors like Norman Cousins in Anatomy of an Illness remind us that laughter, our joy, and belief in recovery can heal even when medicine struggles. Viktor Frankl in Man's Search for Meaning shows us that when we attach purpose to our pain, we unlock strength we didn't know we had. These voices echo one truth: your mindset and your habits are the oils that keep your pen writing. Imagine yourself at 60. You can either complain about how stiff your body feels, or you can decide to stretch, to walk, to move, to rediscover the fire that once made you unstoppable. You can either hide behind excuses, or you can choose to live with the spirit of a 20-year-old who refuses to quit. The choice is always yours. Do not underestimate the quiet power of daily consistency. 10 minutes of exercise, a few deep breaths of gratitude, a healthy choice on your plate. These are small drops of oil, but together they can restore flow to a pen that many think has dried out. So I ask you now, will you let your pen dry, or will you oil it, use it, and write a story worth remembering? Feeling 20 again isn't about turning back time. It's about stepping forward with courage, discipline, and a heart that refuses to age. Curiosity is not just about asking questions. It is the spark that keeps the mind alive, awake, and ready to learn. When you look at a child, you notice how their eyes widen at the smallest details, how they want to touch, to explore, to ask why a leaf falls or why the sky changes color. That simple desire to know is what gives them energy. Somewhere along the way, many of us replace curiosity with routine. We stop asking why, we stop seeking new experiences, and our lives begin to feel heavy. It's not that age steals our youth. It's that we stop feeding the very spirit that makes us feel young. Think about people you've met who seem timeless, who glow with vitality even in their later years. They are often the ones who still read, still travel, still question, still experiment with life. They are not afraid to make mistakes because every mistake is just another piece of knowledge gained. Curiosity doesn't only refresh the mind, it also refreshes the body, because when you're engaged in something new, your energy rises, your blood flows faster, and your brain releases the chemicals that make you feel alive. If you want to feel 20 again, start by choosing to be curious like you were at 20. Ask yourself, what haven't I tried yet? What excites me now? What am I willing to learn, even if I stumble at first? Curiosity is the oil that loosens the rust of routine. And once you allow it back into your life, you will realize that youth was never in your years. It was always in your spirit. Self-care rituals are not luxuries, they are survival tools. Too many people wait until their health breaks down before they start paying attention to their bodies. But the truth is, the simplest daily habits, stretching your muscles, drinking enough water, eating foods that nourish instead of drain you, are the very oils that keep your body writing its story with strength and clarity. When you were young, You didn't think twice about running, playing, or dancing. You moved freely, and that freedom gave you energy. As time passes, we slow down, not because we have to, but because we convince ourselves that slowing down is what age demands. But your body listens to every choice you make. Treat it with neglect, and it grows stiff. Treat it with care, and it rewards you with vitality. A short walk, a few minutes of mindful breathing, the discipline of protecting your sleep. These rituals may seem small, but they restore flow, just like drops of oil on a pen that hasn't been used in years. It's also about caring for the unseen parts of yourself, your heart, your emotions, your peace of mind, reading something uplifting instead of drowning in negative news, surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher instead of those who drain your energy. These are acts of self-care as vital as exercise. They remind you that you are not a machine wearing down, but a living being capable of renewal at any age. If you want to feel 20 again, let yourself care rituals become non-negotiable. Think of them not as chores, but as sacred moments where you reclaim ownership of your body and mind. This is how you make 60 feel like 20, not by chasing youth outside of you, but by protecting the energy that has always been within you. Mindset matters more than the number of years lived. You can have someone at 30 who feels like life is already over, and someone at 70 who wakes up excited for what the day might bring. The body reflects what the mind believes. If you tell yourself you are too old, too tired, too late, your body will agree and begin to act accordingly. But if you decide that age is nothing more than a number stamped on paper, your body starts to respond with energy, resilience, and a hunger for life. Think of all the stories you've heard of people who started businesses in their 60s, who ran marathons in their 70s, who painted their first masterpiece in their 80s. They didn't do these things because their bodies were magically younger than everyone else's. They did them because their mindset refused to accept limits. Their minds were tuned toward possibility, not decline. When you focus on what you cannot do, you shrink. When you focus on what you can do, even if it's small, you expand. That expansion creates momentum, and momentum gives you the feeling of youth. Youth is not about wrinkle, free skin. It's about being open, daring, willing to try, and believing that tomorrow can still surprise you. Your mind is like the hand holding the pen of your life. If the hand shakes with fear or doubt, the words on the page weaken. But if the hand steadies with confidence and curiosity, the pen flows smoothly. The message is clear: your years do not define you. Your mindset does. Choose to think in terms of growth, possibility, and resilience, and you will carry the strength of 20 within you, no matter how many candles are on your cake. Discipline and consistency are the hidden engines of renewal. People often chase sudden transformations, expecting that one big decision will turn their life around. But it's never the single leap that changes everything. It's the small, steady steps taken again and again. Discipline is not punishment. It is the gentle reminder that your future is built by what you choose to do today, not what you promise to do tomorrow. Think about sharpening a knife. You don't strike it once and expect it to stay sharp forever. You return to it regularly, giving it the attention it needs so it can keep serving its purpose. Your body and mind work the same way. 10 minutes of daily exercise may feel insignificant, but over time it builds strength. Reading a few pages every night may not seem like much, but it shapes a sharper, more focused mind. Writing one line in a journal may appear small, yet it oils your pen with clarity and reflection. Consistency creates results that motivation alone cannot. Motivation is the spark, but discipline is the firewood. Without discipline, the spark burns out. With it, the flame grows steady, strong, and lasting. When you look at someone who appears ageless, who radiates energy, even at 60 or 70, what you are really seeing is the quiet power of consistent choices. Discipline is also love in disguise. The love you show yourself when you decide to keep moving, keep learning, keep caring for your body, even when it feels easier to give up. That love compounds over time, and the reward is vitality that makes you feel 20 again. Not because you escaped aging, but because you built habits so strong that they defy it. Energy is one of the most precious resources we have, and where we direct it determines the quality of our lives. Too often, people waste their energy on regret, on anger, on endless complaints about things they cannot change. That constant leaking of energy leaves them drained, tired, and feeling much older than they are. But when you choose to redirect that same energy toward growth and purpose, you begin to feel alive again. Think of energy like water flowing through a hose. If you poke holes in it with negativity, doubt, and resentment, the flow weakens and nothing truly grows. But if you direct it toward nourishing actions, learning a skill, practicing gratitude, helping others, working toward a meaningful goal, the flow becomes powerful, steady, unstoppable. That's when you notice a shift inside yourself. Instead of feeling like time is pulling you down, you feel like your energy is lifting you up. Great thinkers and leaders have always known this secret. In The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle reminds us that the present moment is where our strength lies. Dwelling too long in the past or fearing the future steals the energy we need to build today. And when today is invested with purpose, it multiplies into a future filled with vitality. So ask yourself, where is my energy going? Is it feeding complaints, or is it fueling creation? Is it wasted on proving others wrong, or invested in proving myself right? When you consciously choose to redirect your energy toward what builds you instead of what breaks you, you'll notice something powerful. Your body feels lighter, your mind feels sharper, and your spirit feels younger. That is how, even at 60, you can carry the fire of 20 within you. Change is often feared, but it is the very tool that keeps us alive and renewed. Many people cling to the familiar even when it no longer serves them because change feels uncomfortable. Yet nothing ages us faster than refusing to adapt. Life is movement, and movement is change. The seasons change, our bodies change, the world around us changes. And the secret to staying youthful is to embrace that flow rather than resist it. Think of a river. Or river that keeps moving stays fresh, vibrant, full of life. But water that refuses to flow becomes stagnant, heavy, and dull. The same happens with us. When we resist change, we stagnate. But when we welcome it, when we take on new habits, explore new ideas, meet new people, we keep ourselves in motion. And that motion keeps us feeling young. Books like Who Moved My Cheese remind us that flexibility is not weakness.
Yeah.
It's strength. Those who adapt thrive, while those who cling to the past shrink. Reinvention is not about becoming someone else. It's about returning to the most alive version of yourself again and again. At 60, 70, even 80, change can still be your ally. You can change the way you eat, the way you think, the way you spend your days. You can learn something new, travel somewhere you've never been, or start a project you once thought impossible. Every change, no matter how small, oils your pen and keeps your story moving forward. So don't fear change. Invite it. Let it challenge you, stretch you, and keep you alive. When you embrace change, you prove to yourself and the world that your spirit is timeless. That is how you feel 20 again, no matter how many decades have passed.